Good morning to you, Kentuckiana. We're glad you're joining us here on this first day of school. I'm Grace McKenna.
And I'm Jim Stratman. That's right. All those Silver Creek students are getting up early, getting their bags packed, ready to go back to class today. And Matt, it is going to be a hot one for anybody who has to ride the bus or stand out at the bus stops.
I know it. Send the kids to school with ice water today. It is going to be another dangerously hot afternoon for us. Temperatures are still going to be ranging into the 90s, feeling like 100 as we head later on into the afternoon time. The heat advisory in place until 8 p.m. on our Wednesday, and that's because we're still expecting this round of dangerously hot temperatures still to stick around with us. Temperatures right now at 74 degrees. Winds are staying out of the west around 5 miles per hour. Getting ready for sunrise this morning across Kentuckiana. Temperatures for the rest of us ranging into the lower 70s. 72 near LaGrange, 72 Shepherdsville, 71 for you folks near Hodgenville, 72 Bedford. You'll notice on the satellite and radar, we're seeing just a few small passing clouds here and there, a few showers developing closer towards Chicago, but unlike yesterday, we're not going to see those make their way towards us here in Kentuckiana. We are in for a totally dry day, along with a steady stretch of sunshine that's going to really bring in that heat later this afternoon. So a few of these passing clouds and some patchy fog here and there, but as we head later into the morning hours, we'll see those clouds break apart, bringing in a steady amount of sunshine through the middle of the day, with temperatures ranging into the mid-90s and feeling like the 100s just as we settle later into the afternoon and closer into our evening hours. So we are in for another round of warm weather. We're still tracking this for tomorrow, but relief is on the way. Your weekend forecast looks great. We'll have all those details here in just a few short minutes. Here's a quick check of traffic this morning. So far, everything looking good to go on all of our major interstates in and out of Louisville and I-64. A few stalled vehicles there, but it's not slowing down any of the traffic. If we have anything impacting your commute, we'll let you know. Grace, Jim.
All right, Matt, thank you. New overnight, a man is dead after a motorcycle crash on the interstate. LMPD got the call around 9:30 last night. Police said a man was riding a motorcycle traveling south from 71 and exited onto the ramp toward 264 West. They believe he was driving at a high rate of speed on wet roads, lost control, and was thrown from the bike near the start of the construction zone in that area. The man was taken to the hospital where he died.
Now to our top story at 6 o'clock this morning. The Nelson County Sheriff and his deputy have been cleared of their contempt of court charges. Nelson County Sheriff Raymond Pinero and Chief Deputy Brandon Bryan still face multiple charges after they were accused of illegally selling cars seized by the sheriff's office. Yesterday, the pair was in court following speculation they broke a judge's no-contact order with the detectives who reported the car-selling crimes. The contempt issue here stems from Deputy Bryan accusing one of the whistleblowers of harassment for allegedly saying good morning to him multiple times, and the detective saying that Bryan retaliated against them for it.
So I thought it was no unlawful contact. If I have to see him, I thought it would be far more rude to make eye contact with Brandon Bryan and not say good morning. I thought that would be rude. I thought that would upset him more than me saying good morning.
Yesterday in court, the judge said there's no proof the sheriff's or chief deputy retaliated against them. Bryan and Pinero are still set to go to trial for their other criminal charges in October. Well, JCPS is just a week away from heading back to class, and in the lead up to the first day of school, new Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood sat down with parents and teachers and community members, all to answer your questions.
Our Alex Dieter was at a forum last night to hear your top concerns for the school year.
I'm Brian Yearwood, your new superintendent here in JCPS.
With just over a week until the start of the school year, the new leader of the district met with you, parents, teachers, community members, and answered your questions.
What other cuts are being made in the budget? What departments, what programs?
The $150 million budget cut over the next 2 years remains a top priority. Yearwood said cuts will be determined by late fall.
We must preserve salaries for teachers or staff, making sure that we're able to give the appropriate raises, and also making sure that we maintain a quality instructional environment.
Many JCPS teachers addressed concerns they had within the classroom today with Dr. Yearwood. One of those was the teacher shortage.
So is there a plan put in place to get classified people in? Because we're floundering with that, and we desperately need the help in all the schools.
The issue there is pay. We do not pay our assistants enough. Let's call it what it is. Right. Yeah.
Saying the budget deficit limits the ability to increase pay, but says the district is recruiting locally, nationally, and will look internationally if needed to fill the vacancies.
That is a possibility that we may have some long-term subs in the classroom. It's not ideal, and we'll be working to remedy that.
Year would also address the long-standing issue of a bus driver shortage.
And how confident are you that transportation will go smoothly on Thursday?
I am very, very confident. I'm very optimistic.
The district has over 600 buses and plans to have 700 bus drivers by the start of the school year, hoping for a smooth start. Alex Dieterer, WHAS11 on your side.
The first day of school for JCPS is Thursday, August 7th. The next community conversation is this Wednesday at Fairdale High School from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
A reminder about another big change coming to the classroom this year. A new law banning public school students from using their cell phones during the school day goes into effect at the beginning of the school year. The goal is to keep kids focused while they're inside the classroom during instruction time. The law applies to all public schools, but there's no one way that schools have to implement this change. Some schools in Kentucky have already implemented this change in various different ways, but for plenty, this is going to be a brand new policy. We'll have more in-depth coverage on this and how schools are adapting to the new law coming up in the next half hour of GMK.
And as we hit 6:07 here on your Tuesday, today is officially the first day back to school for Silver Creek School Corporation students. Photojournalist Emma Gefter is in Sellersburg this morning, giving us a live look from Silver Creek High School. And we're going to be in southern Indiana all morning as the buses roll out and roll in and students make their way back to the classroom. This year's a pretty special one for Silver Creek. Today, it is set to open the final section of a major renovation at the high school. The makeover includes a several 100,000 square foot expansion, including a brand new auditorium, a new broadcast center, and an expanded culinary arts facility. We spoke to Superintendent Chad Briggs, who says the project was crucial for students.
We're preparing kids for what comes next, and what that looks like is different for every student. And so we want to give our students the opportunity to experience a lot of different career fields.
Briggs says the renovation increased technology in the school and added a number of new collaborative spaces for students to work together more easily. The project cost $75 million and more than doubled the school's capacity for students from 500 to 1,200.
Hey, and speaking of school, we want to see your first day photos. So all you Silver Creek parents out there, you can text those to the number you see on your screen, 502-582-7290, and you might just see your students featured right here on GMK.